Hello, everyone. This is a recording of a shortened gentle yoga stretch class. So feel free to enjoy. I'll do a little guided imagery at the end as well. So we're going to start on our backs, just coming onto your back. And let's lengthen our legs out long. So we'll start in Shavasana, just taking a few breaths and letting yourself be here. Breathing in and out. And notice the rise and fall of your belly. Seeing if you can slow down the length of your inhale and slow down the length of your exhale. And we're going to take our toes and turn all 10 toes up towards the ceiling. You can take your feet a little bit apart and just slowly start to turn all 10 toes towards your right, bringing them back through center and to the left. So we're just doing a very little bit of motion in your hips, just starting to move your legs a little, kind of that windshield wiper motion. And when you're even, you can stop, bend your knees, keeping your knees far apart, and we'll do some full windshield wipers. So just letting your knees drop to the right, maybe you don't go very far, and then arcing back through center and dropping your knees to the left. And just moving accordingly, letting your body get a nice little stretch through the front of your thighs. Making sure you're even. You can come back onto your spine, draw your knees into your chest, and then just roll side to side a little bit, giving your lower back a nice little massage. Then grab behind your knees and roll yourself up to sitting. And we'll take some breaths together. Let's inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And one more inhale. Exhale. Then moving, excuse me. Sorry about that. We're going to come into a staff pose, so sitting long on our mat, taking our left leg. Let's keep our right leg extended out in front of us. And then grab your strap or use your fingers to reach for your right toes. But we're going to come into a long seated forward fold. So just beginning to breathe, letting yourself be here. Inhaling and exhaling. And really start to cultivate that breath, thinking about it being kind of like rounds of waves coming in and out. And using that exhale to deepen. Tuning into the exhale in your body. Use that exhale to really let go. To let go any stress in your mind, in your brain, but also in your body. Letting yourself just deepen with the exhale. Don't force it. Just let it happen naturally with your breath and with the weight of your body. I'm going to stay here about 5 or 6 more breaths. And engage your core. Use your core as you walk yourself back up. We'll meet in a staff pose. So just lengthening up tall through your spine, letting that neutralize your lower back a little bit. Take a nice big inhale. And then exhale, soften your posture. And we'll forward fold over our left leg. So again, a strap, a belt, a necktie, if those toes are too far away. And we're going to, because we're holding this for so long, round down and start to breathe. So finding your forward fold, finding that round breath or the wave-like breath, just inhaling and exhaling. And letting yourself drop into this. About halfway there. And if your mind is wandering, just gently bring your focus back to your breathing. Using that exhale to let go. I love saying to let go because it could be letting go in your body. It could be letting go of stress or tension, letting go of anxiety. Use that exhale to just breathe away whatever you're holding on to. And use your inhale to breathe in awareness and presence. And then engaging your core, you can gently walk yourself back up to another staff pose. Sitting up tall, lengthening tall through your spine. Core is engaged. Take an inhale. And exhale. Let's come to either a loose diamond position or just a cross-legged position, whatever works for you. We're going to take a gentle twist to our right, bringing our right hand behind our lower back, left hand over to your right knee. Inhale, sit up tall, and exhale, just twist to the right, looking over your right shoulder and breathing. One more inhale, and exhale, come back to center, and then we'll take that to the other side. So left hand can come behind your lower back, sitting up tall. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. And exhale, just twist to your left. Keep breathing. Take one more inhale. And exhale, come back to center. And we'll move to our hands and knees. So coming to all fours, stacking your elbows right over your wrists. Let's take some cats and cows. So we're going to arch our spine up towards the ceiling for cat. And then inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Coming back to a neutral spine, let's take a quick child's pose. You can bring your big toes touching, scoot your bottom back towards your bottom back towards your heels. Arms can come out long in front of you. And just take a moment walking your hands, your head, and your torso over to the right. Getting a little bit of stretch through your left rib cage, your left side body. You can take your left hand and place it on top of your right for a deeper stretch. Coming back through center, let's take this over to our left. So again, right hand could come on top of your left for a deeper stretch. And then coming back to center and up to your hands and knees once again. Squaring everything up. We're going to take our right foot forward, up between our hands. Keeping your left hand on the floor, let's lift our right hand up to the sky. Cores engaged. Keep breathing. One more inhale. And exhale, lower your right hand down. Keep that right foot forward, and we'll bring our hips forward. And you can stay right here. I'm going to pop off the screen, I think. Or you can lift up your chest, even lifting your left arm up towards the sky. Cores engaged. Keep stretching through the front of your left thigh. Breathing. One more inhale. And exhale, let's switch that out. So coming back to all fours and placing your left foot way up by your hands. You can press into your right hand and take that twist. Keep breathing. One more inhale. Exhale, lower your left arm down, and then we'll bring our hips forward. Again, you could stay right here with your hands, or maybe bring your left elbow to your left knee, reaching your right arm up towards the sky. Keep your core engaged. Keep breathing. Take one more inhale. And exhale, release this down and come down to your tummy. And we're going to come to a Sphinx pose. So just up on your elbows. Think about keeping a little bit of space between your earlobes and your shoulders. And look over your right shoulder. Bringing your gaze back to center. You can look over your left shoulder. Coming back to center with your eyes, take a nice big inhale, and exhale, lower yourself down. Sorry about that. My computer just stopped for a second. And with your chin or forehead down on the mat, we're going to take our arms down along our sides and lift up our front body. So keep your legs and your hips down on the floor and lift up your head, float your arms. Keep breathing. Engage your core here. Take one more inhale and exhale, release down. Then keeping your legs and your hips down on the floor, let's lift our legs. Core's engaged, keep breathing. Warming up those lower back muscles. Take one more inhale and exhale, release down. And we're going to do that again, just lifting our legs. So lifting both of your legs, keep breathing, and then lift up your head and float your arms for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release down and come back up to your Sphinx pose. So coming back up onto your elbows. And we're going to either stay here or move into a seal pose. So seal pose is again where you take your hands out 45 degrees and lengthen your arms. And as you do this, you could have your arms way out in front of you, or they could come very close, whatever works in your body. Or you could stay in Sphinx. You can also take your legs far apart or together. So just breathing here. Gaze can be up towards the ceiling if that works. One more inhale. And exhale, lower yourself down and find child's pose once again. So pushing yourself back. And just breathing. If you like, while you're in your child's pose here, you could thread the needle, taking your right arm, sliding it underneath your left, turning your body and bringing the right side of your head and shoulder down to the mat. Coming back to center. Let's take that child's pose to the other side. Left palm can face up, taking that twist, sliding that left arm through, just taking that twist in your child's pose. Keep breathing. One more inhale. And exhale, come back to child's pose. And then we'll bring ourselves to a sitting position. So as you're sitting here, make sure you're comfortable. We're going to be doing some shoulder work. So if sitting cross-legged doesn't work, you could sit on a blanket or a block or a bolster. But we're going to come into eagle arms, bringing our right arm out in front of us and left elbow inside our right elbow. And if that doesn't work, you could grab opposite shoulders, or you could keep palms and elbows together, shoulder blades coming down your back. Cores engaged. Try to keep space between your earlobes and your shoulders. Take an inhale. And exhale, let's turn our whole torso to the right. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, turn to your left. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center. One more inhale. And exhale, release. You can take a moment, maybe rolling your shoulders. Before we come into the other side, let's just do a little neck stretch for a moment. Bringing our right ear towards our right shoulder. And your left hand can drop to the floor. You could take this left hand and really push down through it to increase the stretch, or walk your fingers away from you. And then bring your head, your gaze back up to center, both hands to your knees. Inhale. And exhale, bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. Right hand can drop down. Same thing here. Increasing that stretch if you wish by maybe pushing down through your right hand or walking your fingers out. Always listening to your body. Coming back to center, we'll bring ourselves into eagle arms on the other side. So this time our left arm is on the bottom and our right elbow is inside our left elbow. And again, listening to your body, maybe just elbows and palms together, maybe opposite shoulders grabbing, but just breathing. Keeping your neck long, space between your earlobes and shoulders. Let's inhale. And exhale, turn to our right. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, turn to your left. Inhale. And exhale, come back to center. And release. We're going to move on to our back, bringing along our block and our strap, if you have them. So lying down on your back, we're going to start with our strap, placing our right foot into the strap and extending your right foot up to the sky. If it works in your body, take your left leg long onto the floor. Open your left arm out like a T, keeping your left side body down on the mat. Go ahead and open your right leg to the right. Just getting a nice stretch through the back of your leg. Keep breathing. If you're rolling way over to the right and your left hip is coming off the mat, go back. Attach that left hip to the floor. Really keep your alignment safe here. And we'll bring our right leg back up to the ceiling, Hold on to the strap with your left hand and open your right arm out like a T and then roll onto your left side, drawing your leg across your body. So this is a twist. Our eyes can look up at the ceiling or over our right shoulder. Coming back onto your spine. Go ahead and switch out your legs. Left leg is up, right leg is down. And again, if it's okay in your body, straighten out that right leg. Just taking a moment to feel that stretch in the back of your left leg. Bringing your strap into your left hand. Let's open our right arm out like a T. And then open your left leg to the left. Keeping the right side grounded onto the mat. One more inhale. And as you exhale, bring your left leg back up towards the ceiling. Switch out your hands, holding onto the strap with your right hand. Open your left arm out and then roll onto your right side. Taking that stretch, coming into our IT band a little bit. Gaze can look over your left shoulder. One more inhale. And exhale, come back onto your spine. Get rid of your strap. Find your block and place it between your thighs. And if you don't have a block, you could use a pillow or a blanket. I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. And we're going to push down into our feet and lift up our hips for a bridge. Maybe you can walk your shoulder blades around your spine and clasp your hands, but keep your core engaged. Keep breathing. The block between your knees keeps your legs nice and active. Inhale. And exhale, lower your spine down to the mat. You can keep the block there or remove it if whatever works. We're going to take another bridge, pushing down into our feet, lifting up our hips. Coming into our second bridge, core is engaged. If you don't have the block in between your thighs, imagine you do. Find some strength. Keep breathing. And release your spine down to the mat. We're going to take one more bridge. This time, let's bring our palms up towards the ceiling. All 10 fingers are together. Press down into your feet. This just kind of gets our shoulders out of the equation. Use your core. Use your legs to lift yourself up. Pressing down into your feet. Pick up that tailbone. Take one more inhale. And exhale, lower your spine down. Hands can come down and then come to a butterfly on your back. And just taking a moment here. We're going to bring our knees together. Just going to turn around. Taking a root lock twist before we come up to sitting. Let's open our arms like a T. Left knee can cross over your right, and then bring your knees to your right. Eyes can look over your left shoulder, and keep breathing. You could always deepen this twist by bringing your right hand to the outside of your left leg and just gently directing the inside of your left knee towards the floor. But that's optional. And wherever you're at, keep breathing using those big inhales and those big exhales just to release into this, to let go into the twist. Letting go in your body, in your left hip, your lower back. And then come back onto your spine. Straighten your spine out and switch it out, crossing your right leg over your left and letting your knees drop to your left. Eyes can look up or over your right shoulder. And again, breathing into this twist. Inhaling and exhaling. One more inhale. And exhale, come back onto your spine. Uncross your legs. Grab behind your knees and roll yourself up to sitting. And we are going to open our legs into a seated straddle. So, as I've said before, if you need to pop your hips up on a blanket or block, feel free to do so. Some of us get stuck reaching forward like this and we can't come forward. And some of us, it's real easy to come onto the front side of those little sit bones and reach forward. So wherever you're at, if you need a little boost to do that, please do so. Everyone's put together differently. And we're just going to stay in this forward fold. Couple of things to note as you're stretching here is probably 9 out of 10 of you will feel this in your inner thighs. And if that is an area you're not feeling it, and you're feeling it underneath your legs, you want to make sure it's not going into your butt, or behind your knees. So if you're feeling your hamstrings stretch into your glutes or your knees, take a little less of a straddle or don't go down as far. You can change what you feel. But again, most folks are real tight through their inner thighs and they're going to be feeling it right there first. And as we're in this forward fold, we're going to stay here another couple of minutes. Using your breath again as your focus. And what happens when you use your breath to focus on is you're turning your brain kind of inward. So the rest of your life going on outside of your yoga mat right now is just there. It's outside your yoga mat. And you're tuning into you. And right there is a good way to release stress. Letting go of all those worries and concerns out there, at least for the next few minutes. Sometimes it's helpful to use a block for your elbows. And the block has multiple heights, so you could always adjust as you need to. And we're going to bring ourselves back up to a tall spine. Keep the straddle in our legs. And we're going to take that side body stretch. So bringing your right hand to your right foot or shin, ankle, left arm up alongside your ear, and just pouring yourself over to the right. Keep your core engaged. Keep breathing. And then come back up, and we'll take that to the other side. So left hand to your left ankle, toes, right arm up alongside your ear, and just pouring yourself over to the left. Keep breathing. One more inhale. And exhale, come back to center. And we're going to move into a stretch for our IT band. So if we're going to do pigeon pose, but if that's not comfortable for you, a nice option would be figure four of some sort on your back. So coming into pigeon, I'll explain first. You could come over to your hands and knees and bring your right knee up towards your right wrist and take your foot over to the left side of your mat. Then lengthen your left leg behind you and bring yourself down. And if you're stuck here, your head's hanging and it's hard on your shoulders, grab a block or something to rest your head on. Because this is about our hips. It's about that IT band on the right. And if pigeon doesn't work, a figure four stretch is a nice option. Lying down on your back and crossing that right ankle over your left thigh. And then grabbing your hands around your left thigh. So finding your breath. Going to stay for about another minute. If you're in pigeon and you want to deepen your stretch, you can always work that front shin towards the front of your mat a little bit. And we're going to lift ourselves up or switch our legs out. Coming back to the other side. So if you were in pigeon and a down dog or some other stretch feels good, feel free to go there. But we'll start on the left side, bringing our left knee towards our wrist, and our foot over to the right side of our mat, lengthening our right leg down. Again, you could also come into that figure four stretch, crossing your left ankle over your right thigh, and then reaching your hands through and clasping them behind your right thigh. So finding this IT band that outside of your left leg into your glute, which is your bottom, and just finding that stretch. Reconnecting to your breath once again. Wherever you're at, we're going to bring ourselves up and out of this position, or uncross your legs, wherever you're at, and finding your way onto your back, bringing your block along. And if you don't have a block, you could use a pillow or your hands or a blanket. But we're going to lift up our hips, put that block underneath our sacrum, our pelvis at the lowest level, and just lift your legs up to the sky. And we're going to stay here for about a minute. Feel free to do whatever sounds good. You could turn your toes out towards the side walls and take a straddle. You could circle your ankles. Whatever feels good in your body. And then lower your feet down to the mat. Push your feet into the floor. Lift up your hips and pull out whatever was underneath you, lowering yourself down. We'll do one more set of windshield wipers. So taking your knees far apart. Let both knees drop to the right. And both knees drop to the left. And then find your way into a comfortable relaxation position. I'm going to read a guided imagery. And I'm just going to take the camera off of me so you can just hear my voice. So making sure you're warm and comfortable. Allow yourself to find that comfortable position, sitting or lying down. loosening any constricting clothing. Uncross your arms and legs, and your ankles too. Allow your body to feel supported by the surface on which you are sitting or lying. And close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose, breathing all the way down to your abdomen. And breathe out. As you do, relax your body. Each inhale, draw it in, and each exhale, release. Allow all your muscles to feel limp and heavy. Scan your body for any muscle tension, starting with your head and going all the way down to your toes. Relax any tension in your face, in your head. Let your head feel heavy on your shoulders and relax your jaw. Allow your shoulders to drop towards the floor. And take a deep breath in, filling your chest and abdomen. And as you let go, allow them to relax. Allow your arms and legs to feel heavy and to sink into the surface beneath you. Now take a deep breath in and become aware of any remaining tension in your body. As you breathe out, allow all the muscles of your body to sink heavily into the surface beneath you, becoming even more relaxed. With your eyes closed, begin to imagine yourself walking along an old country road. The sun is warm on your back, the birds are singing, and the air is calm and fragrant. As you progress down the road, you come to an old gate. The gate creaks as you open it and go through. You find yourself in an overgrown garden. Flowers are growing where they have seated themselves. Vines are climbing over a fallen tree. Green grass and shade trees. Breathe in deeply, smelling the flowers. Listen to the birds and insects, and feel the gentle breeze warm against your skin. As you walk leisurely up a gentle slope behind the garden, you come to a wooded area where the trees become denser. The sun is filtered through the leaves, and the air feels mild and a little bit cooler. You become aware of the sound and fragrances of a nearby stream. You breathe in deeply the cool, fragrant air several times. And with each breath, you feel more and more refreshed. Soon you come across the stream. It is clear and clean as it tumbles over the rocks and some fallen logs. You follow the path along the stream for a while, where the path takes you out into a sunlit clearing. Here you discover a small and picturesque waterfall. There is a rainbow in the mist. Here you find a comfortable place to sit for a while, a perfect niche where you can feel completely relaxed. You feel good as you allow yourself to just enjoy the warmth and solitude of this peaceful place. It is time now to return, and you see yourself walking back down the path, through the cool and fragrant trees, out into the sun-drenched, overgrown garden. One last smell of the flowers, and out the creaky gate. You leave this special retreat for now and return down the country road. However, you know that you may visit this special place whenever you wish. Begin to tune into your breathing, taking in some deeper inhales and exhales. And then send your next inhale down to your toes, wiggling your toes and your fingers. You can draw your knees up towards your chest and come on to your right side. Pushing yourself up to sitting. We can end our practice with some breaths together. Let's inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more inhale, exhale, namaste. Thanks, guys. Love you all. Have a good day.